Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Definite, and I want to tell you about this cool app I just found out about. It's called Anchor. It's a real cool app, man. I think you guys will really feel it. It's easy, it's fun, it's exciting, uh, it's free. That's the best part, and you can make money off it, and you can do it from the comfort of your own home, and it will help you distribute to different platforms where everybody can hear your podcast. So if you ever dreamed about making a podcast, download the app today, Anchor. Hey. What's up, everybody? What's going on? I thank everybody for tuning in. This is another episode of Straight Talk with Definite. This is your main man, Definite, talking to you. And I appreciate everybody tuning in once again. The name of this episode is Young Man Chronicles, and this will be part 1. I'm going to see how the reaction goes to this one. If the reaction and response to this is good, then we'll make it a weekly thing. And basically it's about when I was a young man, when I was in my late teens and early 20s. Some of the craziest things I've done and had done, when I was young, I was a different kind of guy, you know what I mean, when I was young. I was basically trying to find my way, I guess, like most young males in this society. And, I grew up in a single mother household. My mother, God rest her soul, was the best mother that you could ever have. She, always kept a good roof over our head, me and my brother, and always food on the table, you know what I mean? She kept everything going, rotating, you know what I mean? She was a good woman, very, very good woman. So I never wanted for anything. But growing up without a father, was rough. I mean, I really had no reputation. Well, my grandfather, he, God rest his soul too. He was the closest to male role model I had coming up. When I was a kid, because he died when I was 14 from cancer. But growing up, he would, show me the ropes and stuff, show me how to do certain things. He had an aunt in Cranford, and we would go over there and pick grapes. She had a grape vine, a bush in the back of her yard, and we would go and pick grapes and make jelly. They were from down south, so you know what I mean. We would do stuff like that, and I would help my grandfather to do like yard work. You know what I mean? In our backyard, or his backyard, his house in Vauxhall, New Jersey, where I grew up at. And, planting stuff and, cutting the grass and different things. Yeah, so my grandfather was a good role model. Up until 14, then he died. So after that, and I took it kind of hard to me, my grandfather was very close. That was my dude, man. You know what I mean? So after he died, I didn't have no more role model. So basically, I had an older brother, but, he did his own thing. Me and him wasn't really too close. He was a lot older than me. My brother was 11 years older than me. So, he was doing his own thing, so I didn't really have him as a role model. So basically, the role models was the streets. I started finding, role models in the street, dudes I was hanging out with. I always liked to hang out with older, people and stuff. And, a lot of guys that I did hang out with, they sold drugs, and coming up as a young black male, and you know, poor environments. A lot of times you look to these guys that's older in the streets, that's doing those, you know, street antics. You know what I mean? Usually are looked up to from the younger, younger generation as role models. You know what I mean? You see them with the girls and the flashy cars and the nice clothes and all that, the gold chains. You know, I was coming up in the 80s and 90s, so, you know what I mean? You had the dookie ropes and all that. You know what I mean? Later on in the 90s, the Gucci link chains and shit. You know what I mean? So these were the guys that I looked up to. And, you know, my mom, like I said, you know, she was working, so, and sometimes she had 2 jobs, you know what I mean? So when she was home, you know what I mean, she'd be tired. She'd have her little cigarette and cup of coffee and, you know, have her dinner, and, you know what I mean, she in her room watching TV. So when I was 18, you know what I mean, I dabbled a little bit in selling drugs. You know what I mean? I really didn't have to, because, like I said, I didn't want for anything. But I was being pretty much, as you would say, as a wannabe or a follower. You know what I mean? Because I really didn't have to. But a guy, I'm not going to put nobody's names out there, but a dude, older guy, I went to him. I said, yo, man, I want to get put on, man. Put me on, bro. Put me on. So, you know what I mean? He said, all right, man. He said, but just want you to know, you know what I mean? Once you in this shit, man, you know what I mean? You got to be out there. You got to be, you know what I'm saying? You got to bring in the money, this, that, and the other. So, you know, I said, man, listen, just give me some work. I promise you, man, I'm gonna get all the customers that I, you know what I mean, that I can get. So he was like, all right. So he was like, I'm gonna pay you 30 off of each clip. I said, all right. You know what I'm saying? So I went out there, bruh. I was 18. I went out there. This is my first time. We was in, he put me on the corner in Newark, New Jersey. And, man, I'm nervous as a motherfucker. I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? I want to do good, but I don't want to get, you know what I mean, not bumped off and shit. I don't want to go to jail. I don't want the cops run down on me or nothing. So I'm nervous. And, you know, he was out there. My man was out there with me, so I was nervous. So he went in the liquor store. He got me a 40. He was like, here, man, drink this shit, yo. That'll calm your nerves. I'm sipping a 40 of fucking OE. You know what I mean? I'm drinking that shit, and boom. And then he takes out a blunt, and we smoke that. So now, after like 40 minutes, I'm straight now. I don't give a fuck. I'm buzzing. You know what I mean? So, man, this old guy came up to me. He had to be, at that time, probably 50 or something. And he's like, you holding? I said, yeah, man, what you want? He was like, let me get 6. I'm like, okay, boom. Gave it to him. And, you know what I mean? Little by little, you know what I'm saying? Started moving shit. By an hour, I done moved all that shit, man. We was on you know what I mean? That corner was hidden. And, you know what I mean? We started doing it, man. Like, I did it for like 3-4 months, man, back and forth, you know what I'm saying? Every time we run out, we go re-up, you know what I'm saying? We was fucking with those Colombians uptown, you know what I mean? Go up there, you know what I'm saying? The first time we went uptown to re-up, I was nervous as hell again, you know what I'm saying? We go fuck with these Colombians, and these motherfuckers, man, they were serious business, man, you know what I mean? They didn't know me, they knew my man. So I couldn't come in. They were like, you know what I'm saying? They're like, nah, he can't come in. We don't know him. So I was like, all right, I'll wait outside. And he went in there and got it, came back out. And he was like, all right, man, we about to go catch the Greyhound train back to Jersey. I'm like, cool. And he was like, yo, hold this shit. He gave me the shit to hold. I'm like, oh, shit. So once again, went to the liquor store, got a beer. I drank that shit. and my nerves was, you know what I mean? My nerves was shot because it was, you know what I'm saying? It was